Hey, what's going down? You already know it's FC Iron Dojo, the Iron Dojo podcast, the positive mentality. So check this out. Today, I got a very special guest. Been waiting to do an interview with him for about over a year now. This young man is produced for Soldier Boy, Lil Yachty, Lil Durk, Yellow Beezy, Tracy T, Maybach Music, Chucky Trill, rest in peace. He's a two-time platinum and gold producer. He's also on the top 200 charts. But first, before we get it, bring him in, and he gonna drop some juice for y'all. We gonna drop this intro real quick. Let's go.
Black Mozart, yeah. FC Iron Dojo, OB. Welcome to the dojo. You know just how we kick it. All about the people, yes sir. Can I get a witness? We gon' talk about them numbers, teach you about good fitness. FC Iron Dojo. You know just how we get it. FC Iron Dojo. Yeah. FC Iron Dojo. Okay. FC Iron Dojo. FC Iron Dojo. Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. So we're gonna bring him in real quick. I don't know why that thing was lagging this morning, but we're gonna fix that. Welcome to the stage, Mr. ChinaMan himself. Say, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, bro? I forgot we even did them intros.
Oh, yeah, man. So I've been playing them. Hey, every time I play them, man, people be bobbing their head. I'm like, I picked the right one. Yeah. So first and foremost, man, I want to say thank you for coming to the show. All gas, no breaks. Hey, so quick question. I always got to ask my people on here. First and foremost, how you doing? That's the question.
Man, I'm alive and well, man. So I'm great, man. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good, man. A lot of times people don't ask us how we doing. They just go about their life and don't really care.
You know what's going on. You know what's going on.
So check it out. I know I've been following you for, before we get into the gyms, I've been following you for a while, man. It had to be about almost maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, longer. It's probably been longer. Been longer.
I remember when you first, not, I wouldn't say first started off making beats, but I remember in a time frame when you were actually, giving a lot of your stuff out free. I know you still do it here and there, but I remember some artists you used to work with. I know the artists now probably kind of like, damn, I shouldn't have burned that bridge. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But give us a quick backstory of how you started off in the game in the producer world.
Well, originally I was a hooper, man. I was hooping. But I had a baby in high school in 9th grade. So, you know what I'm saying? They kind of cut the hoop dreams a little short. So I had to pick up another hobby, man. So I just started, I'm a music head. So I went to school to learn a little bit about the music, how to engineer and produce. And man, I kept at it, man. It just kind of took off for me. So I kind of made that my go-to, man.
So did you have a love for the music, or you were just like, I need to do something else, I need to hustle, get the money now type deal?
No, I had love for music. Like I was that cat that sold the mixed CDs in school, you know what I'm saying? Had the CD book, had everybody's music, you know what I'm saying? So I always loved music. Me and my partners used to freestyle and stuff, but I never really thought about making beats until me and my boys started doing like really putting music on wax. And we was having a hard time finding beats, or beats back then were hella expensive. You know what I mean? Back then, beats were going for like $5,000 and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck it, bro. Excuse my language. I don't know if I
cuss. You good, man.
So, I downloaded Fruity Loops. My homeboy used to mess with it. I downloaded it. I just naturally started messing with it. My boy Champ, Arion Champ Beezy, he showed me the grounds, and I just took it off from there, man.
So as far as I always ask, I look at you as being very successful. A lot of times all you ever see is, I want to interview the millionaires. I want to interview, I want to bring somebody on like you that shows, hey, your origin story and, just the grind. And I remember, so like, what is the biggest like obstacle you had to face in your life, with this music thing, or just in life in general that gets you to where you at now?
I'm from Atlanta, and it's so saturated. It's so many producers. So it's like you really got to stand out. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand out, and you also gotta rub elbows, man. So my biggest obstacle was just people trying to hold me back. Like people will bring you around,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll notice your talent, and then they'll try to keep you away. So, you know, you got a lot of people in Atlanta like that. They'll bring you in, and people will take a liking to you, and then they'll try to stop bringing you around because they're like, okay, he's taking too much of my attention. So, Atlanta, yeah, there's a lot of help, and there's a lot of, you know, pull the next man up, but there's also a lot of, okay, that dude fire, and I'm not trying to let the next wave take over. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So when it came to you know, just coming up through the game, what kind of obstacles did you see coming up? Like when you first started, like how did you actually get your foot in the door? Like that instance for you?
I got my foot in the door engineering. That's I tell a lot of producers that like the best way to get your foot in the door is to learn how to engineer, learn how to run Pro Tools or whatever program, learn how to mix and stuff like that, because then you can get in the session. And once you get in the session, you know, you can, hey, you know, I make beats too. You know what I'm saying? You can start playing, you know what I'm saying? And you can start playing stuff for certain artists and you can get your foot in the door. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how I got my foot in the door.
All right, so I know this is probably down the line, but I should ask this later on, but I'm gonna ask it now. How did you feel when you got those plaques? I see the smile on your face when you got them plaques, but how did you feel? Are you like, hey, I worked hard for this? Or you was like, I wasn't expecting this? You know?
It was more of a I worked hard for this because I did. Like, I know it's the most cliche stuff. Like, I was broke, homeless, hungry, like, but that was real. And I don't know if you see my best friend back here, one of my artists. He back here, he over here right now. So we can go to the studio, but you know, he'll tell you like. I lived in roach infested places, and like I really did. I really went through that. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't say I say it is cliche, but I'm gonna tell you, I followed your story. I've been following for a while. I've been knowing you for a while, so I can't say it's been some posts that you had like, hey, some weekends, you know, you in a bad night, somebody stole your stuff, and you've been at the points where you like, hey, I got beats, you know, whatever you got, you know, if you want to, and so I can't say your story is legit. 100% legit. Yeah. Because there's been times where you have the talent and you fire a producer, but you was letting beats go for, hey, whatever you gonna give me, just shoot it to me.
I had to. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to. Like that's why I don't make fun of nobody when I see people doing, you know, oh, I got, you know, $10 leases today, or I got, you know, 2 beats for 50 or whatever. I don't make fun of nobody like that because you don't know why they doing it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They might gotta pay their electric. They kids might need something. They might need some extra money for the rent. So yeah, there was plenty of times where I was like, bruh, this beat fire, but if all you got is 25, I'll take it right now. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But it worked out.
Hey, so you know, I always ask the successful people this: what's your morning routine like, man? You know, I know some people they get up at 4 a.m. Some people, you know, but you're a producer, you late night. So what's your wake up routine?
Well, you know what, my routine, I used to sleep into the late afternoon because I was out. As of like the last few months, I've actually been getting up like 8 a.m. I get up, I drink my lemon and ginger and turmeric tea. You know what I'm saying? Might ride my bike or go walk. You know, and then cut my sports center on, have some breakfast, and then, you know, start my day with the music. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You know what I remember too, I know that I know the pattern of you when you got a little more successful in the game. Because I know back in a couple years back, you used to argue and talk shit online to people about sports and everything. But now I notice you don't, like, you barely online now. So I was like, he got to be getting it in because he ain't even on social media no more.
I be getting it in, but I also be in Facebook jail, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, they always locking me up because I be talking so much shit, bro. But a lot of people meet me, man, and they like, bro, you totally different than I thought you was gonna be. I'm like, bro, you can't take me serious, bro, online, bro. I be trolling, bro. That's not real.
Okay, so what's the influence on your life, whether it be, you know, regular life or music wise?
It's fluent, like somebody that influenced me.
Yeah, somebody who's influenced you. Let's go this. Let's say somebody who's influenced you to go get it. You know, to get
somebody that influenced me to go get it. My father. Okay. My father's he an ex-military man. Very, very stern guy. You know, very, very big on discipline. Yeah. And I was off track, man. He the reason I'm on track now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he a big reason why I'm on track now, man. He showed me a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, as far as like how to go get money, how to maintain, you know what I'm saying, how to make the most out of what I got, you know what I'm saying.
Well, I can tell you, me being a 24-year retiree, I can salute your pops for that, man. I vouch for that. So, question about, I know you still doing the artist thing, right? As well as producing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I definitely still do the artist work, but at this point, I changed my whole way. I don't do any negative music. Everything I do is positive.
Mm,
We got Sip Music, which is me and my dad
mm,
company, which is conscious, inspirational, positive. And I don't necessarily mean that we still bumping. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
The beat's still bumping. It's just I talk about getting money or you know black
Well,
wealth or
what made you
whatever.
change? What made you change your message?
Uh, man, I don't want to be the person that influence nobody to go kill nobody or
Okay.
to put no drugs in their body or no nothing like that. Like I just got older and I realized
Okay.
that just ain't what I wanted to speak about no more. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I got to ask this, man. You don't have to take sides. Just I have partners, from Texas or partners everywhere who don't like the new wave of music. They still kind of stuck with and I still bump my Wu-Tang, bump my East Coast. Oh,
Right.
what do you say about people who don't like the way the music is going?
Um, be more open minded because all of it's not bad. All of
Yeah.
it's not bad. I got young nieces and nephews that's in high school and middle school, so I hear a lot of the new stuff. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I ain't gonna lie, there's some people where I'd be like, "What the hell is this?" And when
Mhm.
there's other artists, where I'm like, I dig it. I like it. I like it. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So just be more open minded and listen to it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Mhm.
people they mumble rappers like, but if you listen to Young Thug and some of the people like, bruh, actually snapping.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you take the time to just give
Listen.
it, yeah, listen. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Don't
Okay.
go away. Don't go into it with that mindset of already I ain't gonna like it.
Yeah, I
You
think that's
know,
that's what a lot of older people like my generation they stuck. I know Gilly said something the other day. He's like, I'm not listening to old people no more because I already know their lyrics. I know
right,
all their lyrics. He said, I'm listening to new stuff. I got to learn some new shit.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
So,
right.
so as far as gems, like, so if I'm a young producer, what gems do you have for me? Like, what advice would you have for me if I'm like 18 years old? I'm
If
trying to get out there. You
you
know.
trying to get out there, okay, first of all, make sure you got all your own stuff as far as equipment, man. Don't be relying on nobody else or
Mhm,
rent it. Like a lot of people like to rent studios out and this is that.
mhm,
That's good for networking. So that's
mhm.
something you have to do as well as a young producer. Book studio time at Patchwork, Hot Beats, or whatever it
Mhm.
is, because you're gonna rub elbows with people that matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you just making
Okay.
beats, if you just making beats in your living room in your grandma's basement all day, you're not gonna meet anybody. The
Okay.
the the whole internet game is actually falling apart. That whole send emails to this email
Okay.
list or send emails to this artist. It's becoming a point where you have to start rubbing elbows. You know
Okay.
what I'm
Yeah. We're
saying?
going back to the groundwork days, back in the
Exactly.
streets a little bit. Okay.
Exactly.
But how do I like so just let for guys who just gonna listen to the girls who gonna listen to this, what can I start with? Like wise? Do I need a computer?
Um,
What program do you recommend?
it's at a point where you don't need as much as you used to no more. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Back in the day, you needed a whole lot more boards and
yeah.
interfaces and all this stuff. Like at this point, man, you don't need nothing but a little interface, a laptop that can run whatever program you're trying to run. These days, most people are running with Fruity Loops because it's the most user friendly. But
Yeah.
you got Fruity Loops, you got Logic, you got
Yeah.
Ableton, you got PC.
I
You
think
know,
I run with Reason a lot, man. But I noticed that
yeah,
Fruity Loops has a fatter sound. Like
yeah,
I know with me when I was doing it with Reason, I got to layer, I got to run it through patches to make
yeah.
it get that fat sound. You
Yeah,
know,
I
so
used to use Reasons too. That's actually Logic and Reasons what I actually started with because
okay,
when I went to school, that's the programs they had. You didn't have no
okay,
Fruity Loops, so um, yeah. But well, and not only is Fruity Loops got a fatter sound, it's just easier.
okay,
And that's why a
yeah.
lot of older producers don't like it because
Hmm.
what takes them hours to do, I can do that in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I used to have a cousin. He had the Korg Triton and all that stuff, but
yeah.
you got to plug it in, everything. You got to
Right,
patch it through
you
'em.
got to MIDI it, got to do the
Yeah, I'm
MIDI
like,
and
I
I
ain't got time for that,
gotta
man.
gotta quantize it and all that.
Yes,
And
sir.
then meanwhile, I'm in Fruity Loop and
Yeah, and you done.
you just finished quantizing your first melody. I done did the whole beat.
And so it's crazy. I was just watching something last night, in reference to the speed of the stuff. They had a guy. He was drawing. a picture of something, right? And then he was like, well, and his friend was like, well, I'm gonna show him how fast I can do it with AI, because everybody, the AI kick. So this dude, in 1 hour, he drew one picture, and this guy inputted something in the AI computer, and he drew like 15 in an hour. And that's just the I want to just reference that when it comes to old school analog, stuff versus the new wave of music. You don't have to do all that work.
You don't have to do it no more. You don't have to. You don't have to do it. And my mentor, Fame, I love you, Fame. I love you, bro. My mentor, who actually like really took me under his wing and taught me the most about this music. He liked that. You know what I'm saying? Because he used to produce for Jamie Foxx and Trillville, like back in the day. So he had analog, used the board, and I'm like, man, listen, bro, press this button, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So, what's your outlook on? I've seen that, with the producer wise too. When I was doing some stuff, people get mad about people taking samples. Like, what do you believe about versus, boy, them ain't real producers, they sampling. They taking, patches and, and it's easy for me to do it. I can take a patch, fix it up, and then send it out.
Yeah, but when people say that, bro, music started with sampling.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how can you say that? It's not, how can you say they're not reproducing? Hip hop music literally started with samples.
Exactly. It started with break beats. And doggone, you taking everybody else's stuff and then making it. So it's like
when you say stuff like that, I automatically know you don't know your music for real, bro. Because music started that way. There is no us and what we doing without samples, bro. Like, it started that way. Even with loops, people like, they not reproduced, they using loops. Man, that ain't no different than a collab. That's like if you sent me a piano and a string, it was like, hey, trying to add some drums to this. That's the same thing as a loop. It's the same difference. But you still have to take that loop and make it hit.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I can tell you one thing. Sometimes, I love being that I've retired from the military and I'm gonna get my income coming in. But I can't say sometimes, man, I kick myself in the ass because the time you told me to send you stuff way back in the gap, I was like, man, I don't really want to fuck with the music. Then I see you, I'm just like, this dude getting plaques, man.
It ain't too late. It ain't too late.
What I'm saying is that, I tell people is that when you have something that you trust and somebody's telling you something, not saying to ride the wave, but what I'm saying is that trust and believe what they got, and it is going to take a while to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what I explain a lot of producers that I deal with. It for some people it do happen quick, but for some of us it's going to take time. Yeah, and it's about staying down.
So my question is, how do you? For a young producer, how do you get your stuff known? Like, how do you get your beats into the hands of these artists? Because what I was heard, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. What I was told is that it's hard to get your beats to the actual artists. They would say some of them just come to the studio and get they engineer and be like, hey, play me a beat.
Yeah, it's hard to get your beats to these artists until you build a relationship with these artists. You get what I'm saying? That's why you want to learn how to engineer and get in a session with these people or book time and start rubbing elbows with these people. Because now when I see a Dirk, he shake my hand. What's up, China? Hey, what you got for me? What you got for me? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Et cetera, et cetera. So to get that's why I say a lot of artists don't even check their emails no more. Like when people they be having those email lists, like, yeah, I sent it to their email. 9 times out of 10, I ain't even opening shit.
Yeah,
you know
I'll
what I'm
be
saying?
opening my shit and I ain't even no superstar.
Right.
You know
Man, my email, bro, I have like 5 emails and they all flooded. You know what I'm saying? With beats and loops. Like
that's why if I have something, I try to text you and be like, hey, and then you'll get back to me. But it might not be then and there, but you'll get back to me.
Yeah, and that's it. And that's just because I get busy in the studio and stuff. So I'll never be that guy that look at somebody message and ignore them. Now it's at least not the people that I've been dealing with. I've been dealing with you for years. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna ignore you. Now there's people that inbox me like, yo, what's up? I'm trying to, blah, blah, blah. Like, but bro, you waited till it was you waited till the boat took off. Now you want to do that.
Now you're trying to swim in the boat way out there in the Atlantic.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
So my question is that when it comes to dealing with artists, how do you deal with the artists? Because we both know in the game. Oh man, I got money for you, man. Hey, how much you? And then when it comes time to pay, they don't pay. So how do you deal with that?
Okay, so with that, I'll listen to you till I realize you bull crapping. Once you bull crapping, I won't deal with you. So I got one of the artists I work with here. His name is Coy Mason, which means King of it. He's an artist. He's a dope artist that I deal with. We about to go to the studio now, but when bro hit me up, it's business. I know when he say I want studio time, I want beats. he gonna get it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no, hey, I want to do that time, I want beats, and the 3 weeks go by and I ain't heard nothing else.
Yeah, I feel
So once you do that to me once or twice, I just kind of stop replying.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah. That makes sense. So what's your 5-year plan? I don't know if you thought that far out. I always like to ask.
I have.
What you see yourself in 5 years?
I just opened my new studio literally like 2 days ago. So
sheesh. I saw that.
Yeah, so in 5 years, man, I plan on having an empire, man. Almost like like Wingstop, man. I want to have them. I want to have China, man. Hustle studios all over the city, not just in the city, but in other cities. I want to have me a ChinaMan studio in Dallas. And it, and have one in Miami, that's my plan. Like I almost want to open like a franchise studio thing. Ain't nobody's ever done that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, the market here is crazy for for music because they got a lot of Dallas artists. They got a lot of Dallas artists, and it's money here, man. That's the crazy part.
I mean, when I started doing stuff for Chucky in Houston. Yeah, I mean, Bun B hit me up and Trey the Truth. It's just a trickle, you know what I'm saying? Once you do some fire with somebody and they ask, hey, who did that? Yeah, I didn't hit Bun B up. Bun B hit me up.
You know what? You are 100% correct, brother. Because I know just dealing with back in the gap when I was dealing with Alaska and I was dealing with Manny, and everybody started hitting me up right after I did those beats. Yeah, but we ain't gonna get into that.
And the thing about Manny is like, man, hey, like you said, we ain't even gonna get into all that because that Alaska music scene was a little different, man. From Bossy and Manny and all of them, man.
They've had fire. They just didn't have direction to where they wanted to go.
There was some dope artists in Alaska. There's dope artists everywhere.
So I know I sent my boy Peso your way.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
Yeah, so that's the only thing is, and I was talking to another cat from Houston, Carlos, this morning, and he did a show. So I just wanted to see, I'm gonna send this to you, give some advice to him. I asked him this morning. He said, I did a show in Houston at this club. I was like, well, you got any links or something? I got some producer partners that, and I sent him your name, but I didn't tell him how to get in. Did I tell him how? I can't remember if I told him how to get in contact with you, but I was like, you got any links for your music? He like, man, I ain't got nothing right now, man. I'm just doing shows and I don't have nothing on wax. So what kind of advice you got for him? Because he don't have no links, nothing on wax. He just, it's like
I mean, you can't be discovered when you ain't got nothing to show nobody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so true. And you gotta take a couple dollars, man, and even if you gotta find you a little home studio that's $20-$25 an hour, man, you gotta go start putting something on wax, bro. You gotta have something, you know what I'm saying? You can't freestyle for everybody. Everybody don't want to hear that shit.
Not freestyle. The freestyle days. I don't know about the game, but I think freestyle games are over with right now.
When people do it to me, I be like, okay, like, bro, you ain't got, like you said, you ain't got no links or nothing. Send me the links. Give me your Instagram. Give me your YouTube, because I don't want to sit here and listen to you freestyle.
Okay. So what's the proudest moment you've had, so far in your life, like music, music wise? I know it was one where you won custody of your kids, your cousins, right?
No, yeah, well, that's my sister. That was my sister's kids. Yeah.
Okay. Rest in peace, of course.
Yeah. That's it'll definitely be that, and like I said, opening my own business, man, because that's why I'm doing stuff like this, because I'm trying to lead them something. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to leave something for them. It's like this stuff don't even be for me.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what young Takeoff said, huh? It's not for me, it's for the generation after me.
Yeah, it's not even for me, man. It's not even for me.
Okay. So how did you, for my young people who want to start a business, that's why I'm glad I reached out to you. What was the planning behind, like, just tell me the first step of, I'm gonna open up a studio. Did you have to get your LLC,
and do your homework? You got to do your homework on land, property, how you can obtain that property, what kind of grants you might be able to get, what kind of stuff you might like. And my dad's military, so he has a lot of access to certain things to help furnish the building, to help get the rent down on the building. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do your due diligence to get the best possible situation for yourself.
And I think a lot of people, just with the fitness world when I was in, and then with my martial arts dojo, a lot of people don't like to do research, man. They just want it hand fed to them. Exactly. So let's break it down real quick about how do producers get paid actually? Because that's a, you know, a
First, how do producers get paid? Paperwork, at which a lot of producers don't do. Like a lot of these producers are getting placements. They're popular, but they broke. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a placement with Young Boy, they got a placement with Lil Uzi, they got a placement with this guy, but they ain't did no paperwork. They sent them beats through the email with no paperwork, didn't do no percentages, no nothing, and now that song got 100 million views, and you ain't made a penny.
And you ain't made a damn dollar.
You ain't made a penny, but you famous and people know your name, but you broke.
Sheesh. Okay. So but when it comes to paperwork, real quick, I mean, don't break it down to the nitty gritty. People got to do their own. But what paperwork are you referring to? Just
make sure that when you send them beats out, that you got a contract that states, you know, even if you don't get paid up front, I get this on the back end. Because as a producer, you entitled to 100%. It's 200 points. You entitled to your 100% for composing. That's off rip. But a lot of artists try to feed it to us like, hey, I'll give you 100%. No, nigga, that's mine anyway.
Yeah, okay.
What you talking about? You're not doing me no favor. That's mine.
So how do you actually go gold or platinum as a producer? Like that's I never understood that.
Okay, in order to go gold or platinum, they have to be certified scans, RIAA certified scans. So, you know, it got to be either through like purchase singles or YouTube streams, Spotify, stuff like that. Even at this point, they doing satellite radio streams. So, you know what I'm saying? But it has to be purchased. You know what I'm saying? So it had to be 500,000 purchase units.
Okay.
Not 500,000 plays. Like people get it mixed up. Like, well, I got a 500,000 plays on it. That's not
the same thing.
Yeah, it's not the same thing. They have to go to iTunes and purchase that $1.99 single. You get what I'm saying? And it has to accumulate to either 500,000, which is gold, or 1 million, which is platinum. You know, 10 million is diamond. You know, and so on.
So, can you make a good living off of being a producer?
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I see some producers that make some good money. I don't know his name. No, I do know. What's that one? I think he called Hit Boy. Not Hit Boy.
Yeah, Hitmaker.
Yeah, Hitmaker.
Yeah,
I don't really rock with a lot of his music, but he be out there.
Yeah, you can get it because first of all, once you get that rank, once you get them credits, you have justification for pricing.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? So you got a lot of producers get ahead of themselves and want to start overcharging people. How you charging more money than the people that's actually doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like I want 10,000 for a beat. Shit, Zaytoven only want 5. Why the fuck I'm gonna get one from you?
Yeah, when I go right up to Zay, who got the track record. And you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna jump automatically because it's Zay.
Yeah, exactly. So that's crazy. So do you believe this quote? I have it's a phrase. You're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Do you
the 5 people do what now?
It says, I said, what do you think about the phrase? You're the sum of 5 people that you spend the most time with. Yeah. I mean, I could see that. I mean, because I got a lot. I spend time with my family and friends, and we all got the same traits. So I guess you could say that. Yeah. So when it comes to like being successful, you know, did you have to cut off the fat, like basically cut out the negativity from people to become?
Oh yeah.
When is that breaking point when you decided, you know what, I'm done?
Once you start saying that you might have a legit shot, you gotta get them. You gotta get them bad seeds away. You got to. It's they're gonna ruin it for you.
Okay.
They're gonna ruin it for you.
I've seen by just knowing you for a while. I've seen the transition you've been through, man. That's why I'm loving the process right now, man. Because that where you at now is definitely not roach infested, bro.
Oh no. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you first started meeting me, man, I was staying in the. And I say, I next to the right of me was the neighborhood cooker. And to the left of me was the other neighborhood cooker. I was in the middle of both the dope boys. So, you know, they used to raid the spots and all that. It was crazy, man. Like I'm grateful to have what I have now.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. So here's something to think about. So if you had the what is it called? If you had the attention of the world for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, it could be on the blimp, the Super Bowl commercial, what would you tell the world?
Be happy.
Be happy.
Be happy, bro. Don't let nobody take your joy, bro. Like
Okay.
once you and take care of your body. I've understand the importance of that, man, because I went to the hospital a few weeks ago. My blood pressure was real high, and I was real sick. And since then, I basically been eating just fruits and drinking my teas and stuff like that. And I can tell you, I do feel the difference of taking care of my body properly, exercising and eating right and doing the right thing, not eating candy and junk food. And I was big on that. I'm that guy that used to, hit a blunt and get in the bed and have a pack of Pop-Tarts, some chips, some candy, and this and that. Wake up, it's wrappers all on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to stop that, man.
And people, that's why I be preaching, man. You got to take care of your body, man. 'Cause that blood pressure is creep up on you just like that, man.
And my blood pressure was so high, the doctor came in there and was like, bruh.
Yeah, I'm telling you, 5 years ago, brother, and it's for my listeners, they know 5 years ago, no, was it 5? Maybe more. I went in there with a 200 over 105, man. The dude asked me
200?
if I smoke. The dude asked me if,
Mine was 315.
Yeah, so sheesh. So look, when he gets over 200, bro, like your doctor will ask you if you did drugs.
Yeah. Oh, she asked me. She was like, she was like, do you drink? I said, I drink a little. I haven't even been drinking.
300 is heart attack, bro.
That's
heart attack.
Bro, my shit was 315. The doctor came in there and was like, whatever you're doing, you have to stop it today.
You got to stop it now. And I know for a week or so, you probably had a massive headache after that.
Man, what? I just got rid of the headache like 2 days ago.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, for the 200 over 105, I had a headache for a whole week. It felt like somebody was slamming my head with a...
Man, hey, listen, it got to the point where I called my mama like, hey, I think my brain might be bleeding.
Yeah.
But
people don't understand that, though.
I made them give me a CAT scan. They was like, no, your brain's not bleeding. They was like, man, you going through that withdrawals, all that sugar coming out your body pushing all that sugar out. And man, when I say I was down bad, I was like, bro, I was miserable, bro. I didn't want to do no beats or nothing.
So, and I laugh. I don't laugh at that situation. I laugh because that's you literally solidifying what I tell my viewers every time I get on here. Like, people don't understand. Just work, even if you don't like, well, I don't want to work out like you do. I don't want to run 20 miles.
You don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all that.
Get 30 minutes, 15 minutes, ride a bike, walk.
Right. Look, I got my little bike. I sit here, turn my sports center on. I watch the highlights. Do like 1-2 miles. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to be like no super health freak. But man, I'm telling you, man, once you cut all that junk out, your body, bro, you be high naturally on life.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I tell people it's okay to have certain things here and there, but don't make that your whole everyday diet. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that was my diet, bro. I'm a candy guy. I be eating the kids' fruit roll-ups and I'm that guy.
Sugar, it's a wrap, bro.
Oh yeah, I feel much better.
I know you feel better now, man. You get that natural.
And like I said, the artist I work with, Mason. Like he a freak, man. Like he chiseled. You feel what I'm saying? So he motivate me too. I be like, dang, bro. And then all the girls be under his post like, oh, Mason, like what I'm saying, like, oh,
hey, you got a friend that's motivating. That's man.
We gotta motivate each other, man. We gotta motivate each other.
Exactly, man. So take care of yourself. So what can we expect from you? In the near future? I know you got your 5-year goal, but like music wise,
music wise, I got projects I'm working on. I'm actually working on. Rick Ross just signed a new artist named Lowski. I'm doing his whole album. I'm doing my boy behind me, like I said, I'm doing Mason album. I'm working with Maybach. I'm working with I was doing a lot of stuff with YSL, but that's on pause right now.
Okay.
Trust me. With all the stuff they got going on. So and then it's like I want to bring out a lot of new independent artists. You know what I'm saying? I got my main artist, Norris. And it's just I just want to bring out new people, man, because you get tired of hearing the same folks, man. It's so much talent. It's so much talent out here.
And it was something that I still do my stuff on the side, but it was something you told me, man. a while back when I sent you a few beats or whatever, and you told me you the type of person I tell my listeners that you don't have a negative bone in you. But now you do troll, but I know you better than that.
Yeah.
But like I know I sent you something, and so you gave me some constructive criticism that was like, maybe you should just do this and do that instead of like, man, that beat sucked, man.
Nah, your beats don't suck, bro. You cold.
Yeah,
especially you, but your strong suit is the melodies.
Yeah.
But my strong suit is drums. So that's why it works. I can do the melodies, but my strong suit is percussion.
And it's crazy because it's weird because I grew up in percussion.
Yeah.
But my sister grew up in piano.
Don't get me wrong, you're good at percussion, but your melodies be cold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then that's what me and another partner, we got into it a little bit because I play some of the keys, but like if I find a good ass loop, I can manipulate the loop. I'm like, why am I sitting here just trying to think of, I can find a loop and then manipulate it and call it a day.
But see, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that.
That ain't really true playing what you. I'm like, man, here we go with this.
Man, who cares? Who cares? Because I know people that work hard and I make my own melodies, and I know this dude over here that's using loops and getting placement after placement after placement while you over here worried about this. Like,
and I'm getting carpal tunnel in my fingers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you like they say, you better follow the new or get left behind, bro.
Exactly.
The loop game is taking over.
So yeah, what's your favorite quote? Like something that you live by every day.
My favorite quote. If you're ready, you don't have to get ready.
Oh yeah.
If you're ready, you don't have to get ready. So I stay ready.
Oh yeah. You know what? So what do you think about like do they still have beat battles? Whatever they call them?
I'm actually about to judge a beat battle next weekend.
Okay.
They got one. They got Gladiator beat battle out here in Atlanta. I'm guest judging next weekend. So yeah, they still do it out. They still do it out here. I don't know about everywhere else, but in Atlanta, we still do beat battles.
So is that like a good way for producers to get known?
Excellent.
Like jumping on beat battles and stuff
Excellent.
like that.
Excellent way, because you have people like me and then other people that are in there that are listening. And when I go to the beat battles, I'm listening to the beats, but I'm also scouting. When I hear a certain person, I'm taking a liking to him. When the show's over with, I'm gonna come up to you like, who you dealing with? What you got going on? Let me take you under the wing. Let me show you what I can do for you. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got my production team. That's how I get my production team.
That's what I was gonna ask. How does that work with a production team? Because say you got how many people you got on your team now?
Right now,
like a good bit, right?
Yeah, maybe man. I mean, I get somebody trying to join every day, but right now, probably like 10. I got my boy Youngins. I got. So
y'all cranking out some shit, then.
Man, yeah, but most of my people are, man, they in different countries. They in Europe. They in Africa.
Okay. You know that's dope right there. That's dope.
Yeah, man.
So y'all definitely cranking out a lot of stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. We just work through the email. If we ain't in state and we can't link together, you know what I'm saying? We just send stuff through email. We do it that way.
I definitely you inspire me too, man. Because I have a lot more since I'm retired. I have a lot more time to look at beats and stuff like. Because I know with the military, I get into it and I get off. But your dad was in.
Yeah. But I mean, you like a real deal. Like karate guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like some people like, oh yeah, I do martial arts. I'm like, nah, my boy really kicked your temple off your face, bro.
That's what I've been more focused on, man. So that's why it's just like, but when I'm sitting here doing a beat, I'm just like, man, I should send this to China. But I was like, man, I'll close it up. Like, never mind, man.
Man, don't do that. Don't do that.
But if I find some more people, like I know some youngsters that want to get in the game, but I tell them I'm kind of selective on who I send your way because just like I like to vet people. I probably shouldn't do it, but I like to vet people, man, before I just send them to my friends.
Yeah, Peso ended up being perfect. Like I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard Peso, I was like, I don't know. I don't know if he gonna fit what I do as far as my beats. But when he pulled up on me, we just had a chemistry. Like he came to Atlanta. He pulled up to the crib.
Oh shit, he actually came to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He came to Atlanta. He was visiting. And he was like, big bro, I want to pull up on you, whatever. I was like, well, I ain't gonna be at the studio tonight, but he put you on, he sent you my way. I trust you to come to the crib. So he came to the crib with his girl. We sat down, had a couple drinks, chilled, and I played some beats. he dropped some stuff live, and from that point on, I was like, okay, I messed with him. So like every week I send Peso a pack of beats, to work with.
Yeah, it's been and then it's been a certain few artists. We're definitely not gonna say that artist's name, that I tried to do something with that artist here when I'm in Texas, but it's just that artist wanted me to come sit down in the studio, do beats from scratch, and then not pay me.
That's the part. There you go. If you want me to come and sit down and cook up from scratch, nigga, I'm not doing that for free.
Like I need something.
Now, if you
want some points on the album or something,
right? And now, if you want me to do something free, I'll send you a couple beats through the email. You can skim through them and you can pick something. But if you want me to come sit down and you want me to cook up live, bro, fresh from scratch, you have to pay me.
Yeah, thank you. Like, man,
I don't understand why that's not even like understood.
That just make no sense. Like, even I go on DoorDash, I get paid from DoorDash. Like I'm doing work, So what's a good platform for young up and coming producers? Like, say they don't know nobody, they don't know a ChinaMan to put them on. What's a good platform to get their beats out? Is it still on Instagram, or where is it?
No, actually, Instagram is not the place, and that's a common misconception. With a lot of people think Instagram is the place to get discovered. It's not. Mm-hmm. You better off on Twitter.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. And Twitter's not the easiest thing to deal with, but once you learn it, that's where everybody's at on Twitter. And if you want to actually sell some beats, you gotta Beat Stars and I like Beat Stars. And YouTube will always be classic. I mean, you can't go wrong having a YouTube page. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's where a lot of producers are discovered.
There's one producer who got discovered. He'd be putting his stuff out on for free sometime. I can't remember that beat.
Oh yeah, but see, that's a tactic.
Yeah.
Take it for free. Blow up off of it, because you're gonna have to pay me.
Yeah. So I thought about that at one point. I was like, man, I said, I looked at it, I was like, that's pretty smart, man.
Yeah, smart. Yeah.
Free beats.
Yeah. They free until you make it.
Until I find out.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So as far as like your time investment, do you finally see it paying off for all the hard, you look back and you like, damn, man, and then you look where you are now.
I do see it paying off. I do actually see it paying off, because I can wake up and I don't have to clock in anymore. You get what I'm saying? I work for me.
Time freedom, brother. Time freedom.
See, like last year, I probably wouldn't have been able to do this interview because I've been at work.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Now it's like when you want to do the interview, I'm like, whatever, because I can do it whenever I want.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. You know what's crazy? Where'd you used to? I mean, I don't know if you want to say it, but where'd you used to work at?
Where did I used to work?
Was it like Walmart or something like that?
I used to work AP at Walmart, catching niggas stealing.
Yeah.
Then I was the manager at Five Guys at the airport.
Okay.
And then I was the manager at Brewster's ice cream shop.
Do you keep in touch with anybody you used to work with, and they be like, "Yo, ChinaMan, he doing his thing."
Yeah, people. I used to tell people when I work with them, I'd be like, I used to tell them like, "Yo, I'm only here for the time being." Like, that's why a lot of jobs didn't like me, because I knew who I was, and you couldn't talk to me a certain way, because I walked the fuck out of there, because I know what I am. You know what I'm saying? So it got to a point where I used to tell people like, "Yeah, I do beats, blah 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 blah," and then they won't believe me like that until I be like, "Yeah, this is my Instagram," and they go look at the Instagram and they see me high-fiving with Future and hanging out with this person, hanging out. They like, "Nigga, what you doing here?"
So,
you know what I'm saying?
It's levels to it, man, and you finally made it, to where you can provide for yourself.
I used to have people coming up to me all the time like, "China, what you doing at work?" Like, nigga, paying the bills. Nigga, I know I got some shit going on, but nigga, the money ain't there yet.
Yeah, exactly. So what advice would you give to people out there? Do you need to be school trained? Like, do you need to go to Full Sail?
Nope.
Spend all that money in college. I'm not. College is not bad if you need to go. Like, if you're gonna be a doctor, you need to go your ass to college.
Okay, yeah, doctors and stuff like that take your ass to college.
Saving lives, go to college.
If you're trying to be a producer and engineer, YouTube University.
Yeah, trust. Yeah.
They got a tutorial to teach you every fucking thing that them people gonna teach you for that $100,000 in college. That's my biggest regret, is being $80,000 in debt, and I learned more when I left that motherfucker.
You know what I noticed too? It was something you correct, man. I went to YouTube University and learned how to set up my producing platform on Reason.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I just sat through the hour of stuff and just did it. And I was like, man, this is
like instead of going through a whole month of class, you go on YouTube for an hour. You learn all that shit in an hour.
You want to learn
for
music
free.
Theory, you go
For
music
free.
theory online. You know how to set up the right chord. And now computers nowadays, you don't even need to know how to play chords because the shit does it for you.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
they got the arpeggios and all that, and then you got loops now. So it's like once you learn how to put a drum pattern down, you basically a producer these days. Once you
so for everybody who don't know, like how do you construct your beats? Or is there a best way? It's just all on the producer.
It's not a certain way I would tell people to construct their beats. Me personally, I start with the melody first. I like to start the melody first, then I add my drums. But I know a lot of people they do the drum pattern first.
So do you have to sit it in like 18s, or do you have to like how are the rappers rapping nowadays? Are they rapping in 16 bars? Or are they doing 8 bars?
Nah, most rappers doing 12s these days.
12s.
Most
and then the chorus be like what, 4?
That you doing now? It's usually like the patterns usually 8, 12, 8, 12, 8. But that if you're trying to get it on the radio, I do mine personally. I start with the verse first. So I do 12, 8, 12, 8. So the song is only like 2.5 minutes, so you can get your whole song played. Because your song is longer than 2.5 minutes. It's not gonna the whole thing ain't gonna make it.
And I think the attention span of people nowadays ain't 4-minute long songs anymore.
No, you got people who are doing one verse these days.
Yeah, and you know what? Crazy. I don't want to say the whole song was, but it's that you do it like I do it. When they said it's cool when they do it.
You talking about what's that boy name? Finesse two times.
The only verse that was good was the first one to me.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that was the second verse.
But see, that's the thing about it, and that's what TikTok do too. TikTok will give you the best part of a song and have you thinking that song fire, then you hear the whole song. You're like, this shit suck. This shit suck, man.
So real quick, I just want to I know we covered a lot, but I just want you to give my listeners something that you want them to remember.
Something I want them to remember.
Yeah. So a jewel that you can give them before you get up out of here.
A jewel that I can give them. Stay motivated. Even when it looked like it's not gonna work. You have to keep going. As far as music, you got to remember people like 2 Chainz and get on today was 38, almost 40 years old. It's not over. You know, a lot of people tend to be like, man, I'm 30, man. I'm getting older, man. It's never over until you quit. It's not over until you give up on yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So my boy Norris has been with me since like 2015 now or 14, and he can tell you everybody quit. And now that I'm elevating, everybody like, yo, nah, nigga, you left me.
Yeah. Preach on it, brother.
You get what I'm saying? Like now everybody want to come to the studio. Y'all want to let me pull up on you, bro. Let's cook. Let's do some shit for Dirk. Nah, fuck you, nigga. When I was starving, hungry, and still pushing to make this shit happen for all of us, because it wasn't just for me, it was for all of us. Y'all quit on me.
Yeah. And it was crazy. It's just that I know trust me, listeners, I'm not doing this to say what I did, but I know it's been times where I just bought a beat and didn't even use the beat.
Oh yeah. I done did that. I'm a producer. I buy beats, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a producer and I buy beats from dudes, and I got a stash of beats on my drive that I've never even touched.
Exactly. But I know, and that's why I tell when I speak on the thing about, people leaving you in your time of need, is like when you used to get on there and be like, hey, I need this beats. And I'm like, well, let me hit my boy up and just buy a beat because he in need of. You
don't even know you kept my lights on before, man.
Yeah. So and that's all. It's not about the cool. It's just about if you believe in somebody's dream and you see somebody doing bad and it's man, help them out, man. If you got it. It's gonna come full circle.
I do that all the time. I buy beats from niggas. I don't even need the beats. I just see them like, hey man, I'm going through this and that. I got a beat sale today. All right, bro. I ain't got much, but give me $50. What they get me? Just send me a beat or two, and I won't even use it. I didn't give it to one of my artists or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, it's like, man, we all gotta look out for each other. But some folks, man, they take a liking to seeing you fall.
Yeah, and that's sad, man.
The type of dude I am, you can trip me up. I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna dust my hands off, and I'm gonna look at you and say, "All right, nigga, okay. I feel that. Okay, I feel. But watch that. Watch when I get up. Watch what's gonna happen."
Exactly.
I take pride. I take pride in that shit. I take pride in making the niggas. It's almost a sickness with me, bro. I take so much pride in making a nigga look stupid, bro.
Yeah. Well, if they tried to make you, put you in the same box, then I understand where you're coming from with that one. So just make sure. So the website is Sour Patch Recording Studio, right?
Sour Patch Recording Studio.
Okay.
That's the group, man. It's Sour Patch Boys, man.
Okay.
We engineers, we artists, we producers, we all that. But yeah, we just opened the location right down the street from where I'm at right now, south side of Atlanta, on Terra Boulevard. Yeah, man, we gonna be we taking sessions now, but we building a third room, so we'll be like doing a grand opening next week.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, man, whenever you want to decide, I'm putting this out to everybody. Whenever you want to decide to bring a joint to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I'll be here. And I definitely, I might can't do a lot, but I can secure the bag.
Hey, look, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about making that happen for off camera. We're gonna talk about that for real.
But other than that, hey, just make sure y'all drop by Sour Patch Recording Studios. And then here we go. I'm gonna throw it up there again. For his IG is ChinaMan._Cooley, and his Twitter is Red RD China. Make sure you got your business in line if you're an artist, if you want to hit them up. Even if you're a producer, make sure you hit them up and be about your business.
And the common misconception is that I'm expensive, bro. I work with budgets. Hit me up, man. You don't never know what I'll do for you if you don't ask me.
Exactly. I had the guy who I call him OG Tony. He worked with rest in peace Trouble and Lil Donald, and he does that. He just said the same thing. He said, "Man, tell me your budget. You got to
exactly. If you hit me up and you like, hey, look, bro, I'm a fan of your beats, but all I got is this. Okay, this is what I can do for you for that."
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
He too expensive, man. I can't afford him. How do you even know?
People DM me all the time when I put up posts. They be like, "Man, I didn't know you was cool like that. I always wanted to work with you, but I just felt like you was this. I felt like you was that." Like, nigga, you don't know what I am until you ask me what I am.
Exactly. But I'm gonna give you kudos, man, on changing your health, man, and I definitely don't want to see a young man like yourself go down for something that's self-inflicted.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I was about to go down that road, bro. I was super sick, bro. Like I was super sick, bro. So I appreciate that, bro.
Oh yeah. So other than that, I don't want to make them give too many more gems because you got to do some of the work on your own damn self. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, all gas, no brakes. I appreciate you coming by.
Of course, bro. Anytime.
Oh yeah. Hey, stand fast after this, bro.
Hey, and if y'all didn't know, man, Black Mozart got that heat too. He's sleeping on it. He's sleeping on it.
Putting me out there, bro. I still got to.
He don't just do karate, bro.
I get up. Hey, but.